Hi, everybody. Welcome to English Digest. I'm Tom.
And I'm Jacob.
And we are doing some research in our program today, and it's all about cuteness. And, of course, lots of people like cute things. We love those Japanese anime characters or those little mascots that we pin to our backpacks or whatever. But there's something called, I guess, the cute syndrome. Or we're calling it cute aggression, as we'll find out later on. But it's kind of weird. If you see cute things, for some reason you might feel violence or doing violence to that cute thing, even though you won't probably do that. But for some strange reason, you have that feeling.
Right, you're like, oh, this is so cute, I can't stand it. And you want to pinch it or you want to squeeze it. You don't really want to cause it harm intentionally, but maybe there's a feeling inside of you that you really can't control. You have this violent feeling. It's very strange. I'm really interested to find out more about this interesting feeling.
Yes, indeed. And again, it's called cute aggression. We'll get into it right now. So everybody put on your thinking caps and pay attention as we read the entire contents of our lesson from top to bottom.
Have you ever seen something so cute that it somehow makes you mad? You might growl and clench your fists upon seeing a lovable kitten, or have a strong urge to pinch the chubby cheeks of a baby. This emotional response might seem both contradictory and a little scary. However, it's actually a positive reaction with a natural explanation. That surprisingly violent impulse toward things we find cute is called cute aggression. It's one example of a psychological phenomenon known as Dimorphous Expression. This is when the emotions we express externally don't seem to match our inner feelings. Other examples of this are crying tears of joy, or yelling and making forceful gestures after a big achievement. Dimorphous expressions tend to appear in emotionally intense moments because they communicate more than just emotion. They show motivation as well. A simple smile at a cute animal, toy, or baby doesn't convey what a person wants to do. However, gritting one's teeth and coming at a puppy with clawed fingers indicates a desire to play wildly. Still, not everyone does this. Only around 50 to 60% of people show cute aggression when confronted with something adorable. Scientists aren't yet sure if those outside this group simply don't feel as much intense emotion, or if they have other ways of expressing themselves. But if you do show cute aggression, chances are that you exhibit other dimorphous expressions as well. Cute aggression can look alarming and weird, but it's not a bad thing at all. In fact, it can be helpful. Showing cute aggression toward babies and certain animals helps them learn the difference between play aggression and real aggression. So, roughhouse with your puppy as much as you want. It's probably enjoying it just like you.
All right, let's talk about the contents of today's lesson. The title is It's Too Cute, I Can't Stand It. Sometimes you get this feeling, you see something that's so cute that it just drives you crazy. And then we're going to talk about exactly why that might give you feelings of violence or something, even though you're not going to attack that poodle or something like that. But you will have a feeling like that for a brief moment. Now, here's the first paragraph. It says, have you ever seen something so cute that it somehow makes you mad?
So how do you react? Well, you might growl and clench your fists upon seeing a lovable kitten, or have a strong urge to pinch the chubby cheeks of a baby. Okay, so these are the reactions. This is how you react if you see something very cute. It's interesting. You might growl. Okay, growl is kind of like, right? When you kind of make a low noise in your throat, that's a growl. Dogs growl in warning, right? So if you walk up to a dog and it kind of looks at you and goes, right? If it makes that low noise in its throat, it's growling. It's warning you, stay away from me. Don't get close to me. I will bite you or I'll attack you. So it growls to do that. Okay, or you can clench your fists. upon seeing a lovable kitten. To clench something means to hold something very tightly. Okay, so if you're walking on a very rainy, windy day and the wind blows your umbrella, you might clench your umbrella really tightly so it doesn't fly away. You don't want to lose your umbrella on a rainy day. Now, if you clench your fists, it kind of means you take your hand and you make a fist out of your hand. You kind of move your fingers towards your palm and then you put your thumb out on the outside of your fingers. And so you're making a fist out of your hand. That means to clench your fist, to hold your hands in a fist, like you want to punch something. Okay, so are you going to punch this lovable kitten? Or are you going to have a strong urge or feeling? Okay, an urge is a feeling that comes from inside you, a very strong feeling, to pinch the chubby cheeks of a baby. To pinch something is to kind of hold it. To pinch is to take your thumb and your first finger and to squeeze. So, right, if your grandmother might pinch your cheeks when she sees you, she'll take your cheek and she'll hold it between her thumb and her first finger and kind of press down. She might pinch you as a way to show her love to you. It's something that maybe grandmothers like to do.
Or aunts or something. I think I remember when I was a kid, Aunt Florence would come over and go, "Oh, you're so cute." And then she'd pinch my cheeks.
Did it hurt?
A little bit, yeah. But that might be an example of that. She just thought it was so cute that she had to do something physical to me like that. I don't think she was going to punch me out or anything like that. But yeah, that does happen sometimes. And you might have the strong urge or desire to pinch the chubby cheeks of a baby. Well, this emotional response might seem both contradictory and a little scary. So, of course, contradictory is 矛盾 in Chinese. It's just opposite ideas there. So, if something's contradictory, that means it's not logical. You may say one thing and do the other thing. So, yes, indeed, it's contradictory if you want to pinch the cheeks of a baby because that might hurt the baby. But, hey, it's cute. You're not supposed to hurt it. So, that does seem contradictory. And it's not something you would expect you'd want to do in that situation.
Okay, so it's contradictory and a little scary. However, it's actually a positive reaction with a natural explanation. Okay, so we think of this as being a little bit different, a little bit odd, even a little scary, but we're saying that it's a plus. It's a positive reaction. It's an okay thing to do, and there's a good reason for it. There's a natural explanation why we might want to pinch a baby's cheeks or we want to punch a kitten in the face because it's so cute. Okay, that surprisingly violent impulse towards things we find cute is called cute aggression. Okay, so this is the topic sentence of the second paragraph. We're going to explain what this is, this surprisingly violent impulse. Okay, so we had urge in the previous paragraph. Impulse is, well, you could say an impulse is an urge. Okay, it's a very strong feeling, a desire to do something. We can talk about doing something on impulse. If we do something on impulse, it means we have an urge to do something without even thinking about it, okay? So an impulse buy or an impulse purchase, that's something we buy without even thinking about it. We're like, yes, I want that, I'm going to get it. I'm not even going to think about it. Okay, so an impulse here is an urge or it's a desire to do something. Okay, so a violent impulse towards things we find cute, that's what we're talking about, is called cute aggression.
That's right. So you might have this violent impulse or this urge or desire. Like a couple of years ago, I was at a convenience store and this girl in there started sneezing, but the sound of her sneeze just sounded so funny to me, and I had this impulse to start laughing, but of course I withheld that desire, but I just thought it was the funniest thing in the world, the sound of that girl sneezing. But yeah, in this particular case that we're talking about a violent urge or impulse to attack something that is cute, and again, it's called cute aggression, and aggression is the noun form of the adjective aggressive. You need to be aggressive, for example, if you want to get ahead in the world of business. You can't be mild or shy. You need to be aggressive, assertive. You need to move forward and not worry about people you hurt in the process. So aggression, of course, is the noun form, which means you're being hostile or violent to other people in order to get what you want. And it's one example of a psychological phenomenon known as Dimorphous Expression. Dimorphous here could also be pronounced dimorphous. It's not a word you see too often. Morphous has to do with the form of something. So basically, it just means two forms of expression. You really like something and you hate it at the same time. It's like I guess it's kind of like a love-hate relationship.
You could say that, right? So having two of something, di, the prefix, will often mean two. So this is when the emotions we express externally don't seem to match our inner feelings. Okay, so right, we're explaining what dimorphous expression is here. It's when the emotions we express, the way we act out something, okay? When we express emotions, we are basically giving light to how we feel inside. We are acting on our feelings. When the emotions we express externally, on the outside, don't seem to match our inner feelings. So we have this contradictory idea between what's external, what's outside, and how we feel inside, our inner feelings.
And other examples of this are crying tears of joy or yelling and making forceful gestures after a big achievement. So maybe we've done this ourselves here. Tears of joy. You're so happy that you actually start crying. You're supposed to cry when you're sad about something, but in this case, you're actually crying when you're really, really happy. Or yelling and making forceful gestures after a big achievement. Of course, this does happen if you win, say, a tennis match or something. You start going, yeah, all right, yeah, and you shake your fist in the air. Yeah, those are forceful gestures. It's after a big achievement. So that's kind of an example of this. And that brings us to the midway point in our lesson for today. So let's take a break right now and listen to our Chinese teacher.
听众朋友大家好，我是安娜。我们今天要来带大家谈一个好像大家不太熟悉的主题，叫做二元表达，就是一种可爱侵略性。是什么呢？我们看完文章之后就会知道到底这个什么叫做二元表达。不过这个文章因为设计成篇章结构，所以习惯性我们会先看一下选项。例如选项 A 呢，他说的是科学家们还不确定这个群体之外的人是否只是感受到不那么强烈的情绪，或者是否他们有其他的表达自己的方式呢？好，我们特别注意选项 A 当中两个 if 都是是否的意思，而且有出现代名词哦 ，those outside this group， 那一些在这个群体之外的人，所以前文一定有提到某个群体啦，然后有一些人如何如何。好，接下来 B 选项提到二元表达往往会出现在情绪激动的时刻，因为他们不仅仅传达情绪，还会表现出动机哦。那么 B 选项我们可能要特别先注意一下前面这个动词 tend to do something， 指的是往往如何如何，表示一种倾向，习惯会怎样怎样。而句子中间后面一点的 communicate 不是沟通哦，而是传达的意思。好，再来 C 选项他说这些情绪啊，这种情绪反应似乎既冲突而又有点可怕哦。C 选项的 this emotional response， 这个情绪反应是什么呢？前文一定讲得非常清楚。好，最后的 D 选项说事实上它可能有帮助哦。对于婴儿跟许多动物的表现出可爱攻击性这件事情，其实有助于他们了解玩耍式的侵略性还有真实性侵略性之间的区别。所以 D 选项它一开始就有一个 in fact， 事实上，那么前文一定会有一个模糊的陈述，才会出现事实上如何如何。好，所以我们就针对这样子的一个选项之后，我们可以从第一格前面来看一下。第一格前面呢，其实描述了看到可爱的事物啊，情绪反应是有点侵略性。那么空格之后呢，又用转成词语，我们看到第一段第4句 however 这里开头，所以总结这样的反应其实是非常正面而且有合理解释的。那我们从这边就可以推测，第一格这个空格应该是延续探讨某种侵略性的情绪反应，而且是负面的哦。不过我们要注意一下第一段的第2句中间有一个 upon， 它是一个介系词，在这里其实是一个句型 upon doing something， 表示时间一怎么的时候。 好，所以根据我们刚刚文意的推断，第一题应该是选 C 是比较适合的。那么接下来第二段呢，我们就特别有提到所谓这种可爱的侵略性啊，那么是对于我们觉得很可爱的东西的，会表达出一种出乎意料的那种强烈的冲动。那同样在这一段的第一句的地方，我们看到一个关系子句，限定用法关系子句，而且关带 that 省略掉，先行词是 things， 后面的 we find cute 这3个字可以左右括号，我们刚刚说关带 that 或者是 which 省略掉了。那它这就是一种二元表达心理的一种例子啦。好，那这样子的例子呢，其实就是发生在我们这种外在的表露的情绪，它其实就是外在表露的情绪跟内心的感受比较不符合的时候就会发生。
We're going to take a short break now, but please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everyone. We're talking about cute aggression, when something is so cute or so lovely that we can't handle it, we can't stand it, and we actually might have this violent feeling inside where, we just want to grab it and shake it, or we want to pinch it. It's a very interesting thing, and I'm not sure if it's something that you've ever experienced, Tom. I can't say that I've experienced, but I kind of know what they're talking about, right? Like when you just want to grab something and kind of shake it, and because it's really cute, you really like it.
Yeah, well, of course, I think we've all been consumed by feelings when we, experience great joy or something like that, or great anger. We have some kind of physical reaction to those things. And yeah, if you feel really, really happy, you might, for a second there, feel like doing some violence or something like that, crying tears of joy, or making forceful gestures after a big win in a basketball game or something like that. And again, Dimorphous expressions tend to appear in emotionally intense moments because they communicate more than just emotion. They show motivation as well. So emotions are happiness, sadness, stuff like that. But motivation means having the desire to do something. So yeah, that's what motivation is all about. Maybe you feel something is so cute that you feel you need to do something about it.
Right, and this is the Dimorphous expression. This is when the emotions that we feel on the inside, they don't really match the way we act out those emotions. Okay, so the internal and the external might not agree when you think about it. But again, we're talking about how this is a natural response to something. The Dimorphous expression is normal, let's say, even though we might think it's very strange. It's actually something that's, well, rather common. Okay. A simple smile at a cute animal, toy, or baby doesn't convey what a person wants to do. Okay, right. So yeah, if you smile at something, say a cute animal or a toy or a baby, that's just something it's a smile. It's nothing more than that, okay? So it's hard to convey or to make something known to somebody. Okay, it's to get your meaning across is to convey, let's say. Words convey meaning, right? So the words that we say, there's a meaning to them. And when you listen to the words that we say, you get our meaning. So that means our words will convey this meaning. So the same thing, a smile doesn't really convey what a person wants to do. It doesn't really tell you what this person wants to do.
Right, so again, convey means to transport something from one place to another. We could say power lines convey electricity to people's homes.
Right.
But again, this doesn't convey what you want to do. You see something cute, but it doesn't really do anything for you. However, gritting one's teeth and coming at a puppy with clawed fingers indicates a desire to play wildly. So yeah, these are some expressions you might have. To grit your teeth, that means you kind of push them together tightly and you kind of have a mean expression on your face, gritting your teeth. And then you're going to be coming at a puppy with clawed fingers. Your fingers will be sticking out and bent to look like claws. And again, that indicates a desire to play with the puppy, but you want to play wildly, and I think the puppy will understand. The puppy won't be scared. It may look scared, but the puppy will probably understand, oh, you want to play, even though you look like a big monster.
Right. Okay, still, not everyone does this. Okay, let's learn a little bit more about Dimorphous Expression or cute aggression. And not everyone does this. Only around 50 to 60% of people show cute aggression when confronted with something adorable. Okay, so 50 to 60% of people, that's about half. 50 to 60 out of 100, that's percent per 100. People show cute aggression when confronted or when they meet with or when they encounter something adorable. Okay, so if you confront someone, you basically go up to them and you say something, or you might even challenge them. Say you see someone, they're drinking a coffee out of a paper cup, and then they just throw the paper cup down on the ground. You shouldn't do this, right? They're littering. This is not good behavior. So you might go up to them and you might confront them. You would do it in maybe a gentle way. I've done this before. I've actually picked up the cup and I said, oh, I think you dropped this by mistake. You might want to throw it away in the trash can. Okay, so this is a way of confronting someone. You go up to them and you kind of question them, or you encounter them, you challenge them a little bit about something. And here, you're confronting something adorable. Adorable means very cute, very lovable, very attractive. When you think of things that are adorable, a baby might be adorable to some people, a puppy, a kitten, something that's very cute is adorable.
Right, of course, adore means to love something. I think adore is the French word for love. So something's adorable when it's cute, when it's lovable. And yes, when you face something adorable, then you might exhibit these kinds of behaviors. Now, scientists aren't yet sure if those outside this group simply don't feel as much intense emotion, or if they have other ways of expressing themselves. So scientists, of course, are wondering, first of all, why people have these feelings toward cute things, but they're also curious about why people don't have these expressions. So they're thinking, maybe they just don't feel that intense emotion. They see something cute, they think it's cute, but they don't really think it's a big deal. Maybe that's one explanation. Or perhaps the other explanation is that they just have other ways of expressing themselves. Maybe they write in their diary later, or maybe they go eat a pound of ice cream or something like that.
Okay, but if you do show cute aggression, chances are that you exhibit other Dimorphous expressions as well. Okay, right. So if you do show cute aggression, there is the chance, or chances are, that you exhibit or you show other Dimorphous expressions as well. So one thing will then lead to the other. Or you might then, if you show cute aggression towards a puppy, you then might be the person who cries tears of joy when something very emotional or good happens to you. You're so happy that you start crying. To exhibit, of course, means to show or to display. Okay, exhibit might also be a noun. There is a good exhibit of French painters right now, or I think it happened recently, at the Fine Arts Museum, let's say. Okay, so you can go see an exhibit of art, or an art exhibit, or a painting exhibit.
Exactly. An exhibit to me is a smaller portion of a larger exhibition. You might see small exhibits at a trade show, for example. But here, again, we're using it as a verb. You might exhibit or show or display other Dimorphous expressions as well, besides the ones that we've talked about. And here in the final paragraph, it says, cute aggression can look alarming and weird, but it's not a bad thing at all. If something's alarming, it's scary, it causes you to really worry about something. Oh, what he said the other day was very alarming. It sounded like he was going to hurt somebody or something. So yes, indeed, cute aggression can be alarming, can be kind of scary and weird or unusual, but it's not really a bad thing at all. People don't really hurt the cute things. They just have that kind of reaction to it.
In fact, it can be helpful. Showing cute aggression toward babies and certain animals helps them learn the difference between play aggression and real aggression. Okay, right. So if we show this cute aggression, we don't mean any harm. We just want to play. So therefore, maybe this smaller thing, this younger thing, will then figure out what is real aggression and what is cute aggression.
Right. Sometimes when we wrestle with classmates or something, we think it's a game, but maybe they are actually trying to hurt us. They might be mad at us. So this kind of behavior, this kind of experience might help us learn the difference between real aggression and play aggression. So roughhouse with your puppy as much as you want. It's probably enjoying it just like you. So here we've got the word roughhouse, which means to kind of play rough with somebody. And I think animals like that because they're training themselves to handle that in the real world someday. Okay, that brings us to the end of our discussion for today. Let's listen to our Chinese teacher.
而接下来这个第二格我们就要这样子判断啦，因为空格前面呢就解释了 Dimorphous Expression 这种二元表达的心理现象，其实是表达外在跟内在的心理感受不符合。然后我们看到的例子就是喜极而泣啦，或者是取得成就之后很激动的反应。不过第二格之后我们看到的是一种对可爱动物、玩具啊，这个单纯的展现微笑，其实并不能够反映这个人要做什么，所以我们推测说第二格应该是要解释有人会展现侵略性原因的这种反应，所以第二格选 B 是比较适当的。好，接下来我们就要看一下第三格咯。第三格出现在第三段的地方，第三段一开始就给我们一个 still， 因为这个第三题啊，前面啊就已经特别指出，只有 5% 到60%的人在面对可爱的事物的时候会表现出所谓的可爱侵略性。那么第三格后面又用 but 来开头，所以其实它就说明了表现出可爱侵略性的反应的人，可能也有其他的二元表达的反应。我们就推测这个应该是探讨没有表现出可爱侵略性的其他人，所以第三格应该选 A 是比较适当的。好，最后呢，我们就看到第四题第四格这个地方，当然只剩下一个答案啦，你只能够选 D。不过我们还是要稍微说明一下，因为第四格前面的空格的上一句啊，他指出可爱的侵略性，虽然看起来是很令人担忧，也很怪异，但是不是坏事哦。这个不是坏事，所以空格的下一句呢，直接建议读者要享受和小狗打闹的时光。所以我们可以推测，最后这个第四格呢，应该是要指出可爱侵略性的一个益处，而且它本身是用 in fact 开头，那么空格本句当中的 helpful 就呼应了上一句 not a bad thing。所以第四题呢，应该是选 D 比较好。好，如果你还想要再了解更多有关于所谓的二元表达的话，还可以 Google 更多资讯哦。我是安娜，我们下次见。
That's it for today. Thank you for joining us. Please join us again next time for another edition of our program. From all of us here at English Digest, I'm Tom.
I'm Jacob.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.